the yin and yang. So there we go. So the black side is the yang, and the white side is the yin. Okay, so if you're yang person, you'll be quite fiery, quite aggressive, quite full on. If you're a yin person, the white person, you will be very relaxed of mind, very cool, very chilled out, and very, very balanced. So when it comes to the yin and yang polarities in the body, one is left and one is right. And sometimes we need to be a little bit, yang to get the results that we're looking for. And sometimes we need to be more yin to get the results that we're looking for. So if you're overly stressed and tired, you would definitely need more yin exercise and more yin like foods. But if you're don't need relaxation and you're really balanced in your hormonal system, you could be more yang like. So one is catabolic and one is anabolic. So catabolic is yang there, and anabolic is yin. So when the body's in rest and repair and recovery, you're in a yin phase. When you're breaking tissue down, muscle tissue, to gain more muscle, to get stronger, you are in a yang phase. Okay, does that make sense? If that makes sense, put your thumbs up. And so here, if you look at this diagram of you are when you eat for women, you'll see this is a yang body, this is a yin body. And if you can see there, making bad choices of food, good choices of food, eating more regular intervals, eating less regular intervals, and this is what affects a man and a woman's body. So when you're yin, when you're in a recovery state, you will find that when you're going number twos, the potty train is always on time. So are you doing 6 inches of fetal material, or are you doing 12 inches of fetal material a day, in which to make sure that your bowels are working correctly? Remember, if your bowels are not working correctly, then that means that your body's not getting rid of the fetal material, so making your body quite toxic. As the body becomes quite toxic, then you start putting on more weight and not being as lean as you'd like to be. So when it comes to the yin and the yang, you've got the sides of the nervous system, which you've got sympathetic and parasympathetic. So the parasympathetic is in charge of organs, and the sympathetic is in charge of the spine. Okay, so when you're out of balance, so when the yin and yang is not in balance, that's when you can start getting pain in your spine and other problems. So really, really important for you to be yin more than yang. So if you're yang all the time, this stress of cortisol will build up, and then eventually the system will break down. So it's really important for you to stay in a yin and yang balance as much as you can. The more you're in the yin and yang balance, the better your overall health and well-being will be, than rather being too yang or too yin. So if I get a client that's very yin, I have to do healing therapies to make them a little bit yang. So if you find it hard to say no, you may be too yin and you've not learned to do a push pattern in the gym, or when I get you to do a push pattern like a press up or a cable push, you may find it really hard to do, and that's when you find it hard to say no. But if you're yang, you may find it really hard to do, really easy to do a cable push, and may overdo it, and that's why you might have shoulder issues and neck issues. Does all that make sense? So the body and the planet, so if you look at this is the yin and the yang again, yang and yin, and it's a circle. So this is the planet again. So if you notice that when the planet is out of balance, it rejigs itself. So they're saying that we're going through global warming, but are we? If you go back to the history of the 1800s or in the medieval days, you can look at the River Thames freezing over. Now, I'm nearly 50. I've never seen the River Thames freeze over. So we're not going through global warming. This is all a big hoax. But if we was going through global warming, the yin and yang will always sort itself out. So when it comes to the body, if you're too yang, unless you see somebody like me, you may find it hard to be very yin. But from an exercise program, if you did really hard, heavy weight training, you could do some Tai Chi the next day, or you could do some artwork. Now, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and people like that, they've been doing this for years and years, doing artwork and training and meditation. Arnold spoke recently about his meditation when he was in his 20s to get ready for the Mr. Olympia and to win these big trophies, because he was really stressed out about it. And he met somebody in California that said, Arnold, why don't you try some meditation? So if you're getting stressed out, if you do meditation, which will work on the parasympathetic sides of the nervous system, which is all the green there, which will work on all the organs. So the more that you rest and relax between your workouts, the better your healing and recovery will be. The same as if you keep eating chocolate and bad food, that will push the body more into yang and not yin. Okay? And the bad foods that you eat will make your body more yang than yin. So when I use the metabolic typing diet with clients, it enables me to see whether they're a protein type, a carb type, or a mixed type. So no other diet book puts you into 3 different categories, and it doesn't look at your hormonal system the way the metabolic typing diet does. So with the metabolic typing diet, when you're eating according to that, the body goes into homeostasis and into balance. And as you go into balance, both sides of the nervous system start to heal. So if you're like me, 5'11", 12.5 stone, but very broad and very wide, I need high protein foods and less carbohydrate foods. But if you're long and lean, you need more carbohydrate foods, less protein foods, and less fat. So the carbohydrate person will be yin, and the protein type would be more yang. Does that make sense? So when you get your hormonal system into balance and your diet into balance with your exercise, that's when the body starts to let go of the excess weight. That's when you start to feel better. That's when you start to sleep better. That's when you go to the doctor and you go and have a blood test done, and they say, oh, call me. So I just had to cancel the call. So really, really important for you to make sure that your diet and your lifestyle is balanced. So if you're overtraining but undersleeping, you won't get the rest and repair and recovery. Okay? If you're overeating and undertraining, you'll gain more body fat. Can you see where the yin and yang comes into play? The same as if you're not drinking your body weight in ounces of water, you'll be too yang. If you're drinking your body weight in ounces of water, you'll be a balance of the yin and yang, in which to be able for your body to, clean the organs and relax and repair. So every time that please subscribe to the YouTube channel, please subscribe. Every time that we go into a yang state and not in a yin state, but some yin people can be too yin and some people can be too yang. So if you was to come and see me for a coaching session, I'll be able to tell you which trait you are, and then design you an exercise program in which for you to be able to balance everything in your life. That's why I do holistic lifestyle coaching, in which to balance the system of systems. So now I'm going to show you another document, which is the yin and yang as well. So if you see here, this is a yin and yang graph, and if you look here, you can see the Hindu system of the chakra system here. Okay, so I look at your body from a point of view. If one of these are out of balance, your posture's out of balance, your breathing is out of balance, your gut is out of balance, and that will put you into a black yang state. Okay, so by using holistic therapies, we balance all of these chakras. But when the chakras are out of balance, say the first one will be out of balance, and say the fourth one or fifth one will be out of balance, so the energy goes from the first into the third, back down into the back down into the first, then back up into the fourth, then back down into the third, then back up into the fifth. Does that make sense? But I can only find that out by doing shamanistic therapies on you, and I use a dowsing system where I douse on these energy areas to find out which areas are out of balance, and then I use an holistic technique in which to realign them areas, as well as giving you exercises that give you the yin and the yang balance. Can you see it up there at the top? So the body craves and wants to be in homeostasis, which means balance. If you're out of balance, then the body goes, right, let's make him thirsty so he drinks more water. Let's make him hungry so he can eat more fat. Let's make his muscles smaller so he exercises more. Let's so you lose your loved one, say your partner leaves you because you're too yang or you're not giving them enough love. Does that make sense? So in a relationship with the universe, planet and partners, you need the balance of the yin and yang. The same with the exercise program. If you're doing too much heavy stuff and you're not doing enough stretching, mobilizing and massage, you may end up in lots more pain because of that reason. Does that make sense? If that does, please put your thumbs up. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. So the yin and yang is fundamentally so important. So I do a practice of weight training, Swiss ball, artwork, writing, and doing YouTube videos, as well as doing hard workouts. So in which to keep my body in balance. And I'm going to be 50 in February, and I think I don't look too bad for nearly a 50-year-old. But I've only learnt this through the Czech Institute system, which with every client that I work with, it always works 100% as long as they stick to the program. The same with the diet regime that I get people on, the metabolic typing diet, always works. I've had clients that were 4 stone overweight, get them eating according to their metabolic type. Once we've got them tested and then coach them on how to get it right, the body always changes. They always get healthier. They always look much better. So I hope you've enjoyed this podcast tonight on the yin and yang of life. The next podcast is going to be about, do supplements really work, and what supplements that I agree really do work in the body and help enhance your diet and lifestyle. So I hope you've enjoyed this podcast tonight. Please subscribe and please like. And I've got to plug my book. So here's my book. It's called Holistic Health for Proper Geezers, Classy Ladies. Get the body and fitness you want now. It's got a lot of my tips and techniques in it. It's had over 55-star reviews on Amazon, Watkins and Waterstones. And it's an audio book as well, so you can buy it on audio, which is much cheaper, or you can get it as a Kindle. I think it's on Amazon now for £3 at the moment, so you can get it really cheap. And in the book, there's a code, and if you buy the book and give me a nice review and mention the code to me, I will give you a free program where we'll meet. I'll do a mini assessment on you and design you a program, but you have to have purchased my book. Okay, that's all I ask. So have you got any questions about the yin and yang of life or on diet and lifestyle? Please post a question if you want me to answer it. So we'll wait a couple of minutes, see if anybody else joins. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please spread the love and spread the word. I just want to say a big thank you, a big shout out to Darren Jones and Tracy Bryant. They've been doing some wonderful videos for me that I've been uploading to my YouTube channel. I've got 2 people watching at the moment. If that's Darren and Tracy, thank you. But if it's somebody else and you've got some exercise videos, please send them to my phone and I will upload them to my YouTube channel and hopefully give you some good traffic if you're running your own business or something like that, in which for you to get your profile out there. So have you got any questions about the yin and yang? If you joined late to the podcast will be is being recorded. It will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, so you can go and check it and watch all the content of what I've spoken about on the YouTube podcast. And anybody got any questions about yin and yang, diet and lifestyle, exercise, breathing, thinking, and movement? If you've got any questions, please post them, please, and I'll answer your questions. So I'm Scott Bryant of Scott Bryant's Fitness Systems. I'm a master pool check practitioner level 4. I'm a personal trainer with 20 years of experience, and I've been working out for over 40 years. So if you've got any questions about the yin and yang of life and balance, I can see there's 4 people watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you've got any questions, you can either ask now, or you can ask once this has been posted, or post questions at the bottom, and I will definitely get back to you and answer your questions. Anybody got any questions? Okay, it's getting quite late now, so I'm going to finish the podcast. Thank you very much for everybody that's watched the podcast, and if you put a comment, or if you've gone to check my book out, or just through coming to see the video tonight. Okay, thanks very much. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Have a beautiful Monday. Don't let it get you down that it's Monday, first day of the week. And don't let it get you down that the times have changed. We've gone into winter time. We've all got to remember it's going to be summertime very fast and very soon. So thanks very much. And remember that with the winter, that's the yang, and with the summer, that's the yin. The same as when you're with a partner. If you have a row, that's your yang cycle. When you're making love, that's your yin cycle. So remember, everybody goes through that. It's just part of life. So thank you very much. I'm going to say goodbye and good night now. And I wish you all a merry, happy week. Thank you. Bye-bye.